James Bryant Jr., a 19-year-old, is seen on a Ring doorbell video at a stranger's house, asking for help and to come in. Before this, he had allegedly taken the life of a man in another house who had found him in a bedroom with his 15-year-old daughter. Bryant had entered the 15-year-old girl's bedroom around 2 a.m. When the girl's father, Alberto Hernandez Jr., discovered Bryant in the bedroom, Bryant pulled out a weapon, stating that he wouldn't go to jail. A confrontation occurred, resulting in both Bryant and Hernandez being injured. Hernandez died shortly afterward. After the incident, Bryant went to a stranger's house, asking to use the phone, claiming his own was dead.
Yo, what's up?
Hello, can I use the phone real quick?
My phone?
Yeah, my phone dead.
The resident did not open the door.
What happened? You okay?
No, I'm hurt. I just use your phone.
Recognizing the severity of his situation, Bryant continued to plead for help as sirens approached. The resident offered to call 911 for him, but Bryant insisted on calling his mom.
Please, sir, it's important. I need to call my mom.
Do you want me to call 911 for you?
No.
Eventually, he stumbled away, collapsed in the driveway, and inspected his wound. Deputies with a K-9 unit tracked him down a few houses away, found his weapon, and took him into custody. Bryant was treated for the wound to his knee. He remains charged with second-degree homicide with a weapon. This guy strolls up to someone's front door, grabs a sizable package, and makes a quick getaway. Unfortunately, the owner wasn't home, and the package contained some valuable items. It's worth noting that a concerning 17% of Americans have experienced package theft in the past 3 months. Typically, the stolen parcels are valued at about $50. Even more alarming, 44% have fallen victim to package theft at some point in their lives. In Las Vegas, 3 folks attempt to make a getaway in a stolen vehicle after pulling off a robbery. They probably thought it would be a smooth heist, but their plans hit a snag when the cops intervened and a helicopter started tailing them. Trying to evade the authorities and escape without getting caught, they changed positions from one spot to another.
Open the thing! Open the thing! Nigga! Go!
However, one of them, carrying a bag full of money, was nabbed by a police cruiser and arrested. The other 2 didn't fare much better, getting caught by officers a few minutes later.
Hey, Rod, you're my dog. Get the car now.
Perhaps if they had scattered in different directions, they might have stood a chance, but walking in a line together while being trailed by a chopper was a move they probably shouldn't have made. At approximately 1:50 in the morning, two individuals targeted bricks and minifigs. They forcefully struck the door, kicking it until the glass shattered, allowing them entry. The perpetrators swiftly stole items from the store, loading their car with the stolen goods. Amid their act, an intervention occurred, but they successfully fled the scene with the stolen items.
You are on video being recorded right now. I have your
This
license
is Rapid
plate
Response
information,
Security.
and the
Person
police
seen
are on
breaking
the
glass. We have dispatched the police. Leave the property immediately.
The police arrived a few minutes later and obtained the security footage. After a 2-week investigation, the authorities managed to apprehend the two culprits. This guy with a mask showed up at a house in the dead of night. He goes all in, kicking the door, and then bolts with a car from the driveway. It remains uncertain whether the homeowner knows this guy or if he's just some random troublemaker. Either way, let's hope he gets what's coming to him. In a late-night incident, a duo discovered an open car door and began rummaging through the vehicle. However, the homeowner spotted them, prompting the intruders to flee.
Dog, what's that? Somebody not damn in your car. Okay. Probably keep the car door open like that. That's one.
Hopefully, they left empty-handed and didn't manage to take anything from the car. In Seattle, Washington, a pair of guys busted into a house by smashing through a window. The dogs tried to play hero, but these bold robbers had them scared in no time. Once inside, they went on a rampage, grabbing a safe, jewelry, electronics, and even clothes and shoes.
Oh, yes. No, I've only got the same. That's on you.
Surprisingly, most burglaries occur during the daytime when residents are typically at work or school. In Tacoma, Washington, a masked individual arrives at someone's house, breaking a window to check if anyone is home. Once he confirms the absence of occupants, he returns with accomplices. They proceed to break into the house and ransack the place. Fortunately, the owner wasn't home, but it's disheartening that a lot of their belongings were stolen. On Thanksgiving night, these two individuals arrive at someone's property. One of them proceeds to stash a camera in the bush, while the other stands lookout. It takes him 5 minutes to set up the camera. It raises questions about their motives. Why set up a camera there in the first place? In Los Angeles, California, 3 guys roll up to someone's driveway, and one of them starts yanking the catalytic converter from the car. The car alarm starts blaring, but they still make a slick getaway with the catalytic converter.
They're off with the catalytic converter.
It's worth noting that stolen converters are often sold to scrap yards, sidestepping environmental regulations, and potentially contributing to illegal metal recycling practices. In Vancouver, this individual arrives at someone's house in broad daylight, wielding some rather large knives. On the same day, he attempts to break into different houses with these knives. The police received 3 calls from 3 separate homes regarding this individual. Patrol units responded promptly, located the man, and took him into custody. The knives are also confiscated. In Phoenix, Arizona, this woman appears at someone's house in broad daylight. She attempts to tamper with or break the doorbell camera. Fortunately, the homeowner observes her suspicious actions and decides to intervene. Caught in the act, the woman tries to cover herself by posing a question.
Switch on this thing. Huh? Where's your mom?
This is my house.
Is your mom here?
This is my house. What are you doing?
I'm asking, is your mom here?
This is my house. I don't need no mother. What are you doing?
Okay, is your mom?
Walk away.
I said, is your mom
Walk
here?
away from my door.
So you're getting mad because I'm asking, is your mom home?
Walk away from my door.
Is your mom here?
Walk away.
Do your mom live here?
Walk away from my door.
Does your mom live
Walk
here?
away from my door.
Does your mom stay here?
All the time.
I'm asking you a question.
What's up?
I'm asking you a question. Does your mom live here? Nothing. I'm just asking if your mom stays here.
No, mom stays here. We stay here.
Okay. Okay, never mind.
It looked like you was trying to take this off too. No, the next time the dog's gonna come out and be on your.
Next time, you'll be on your ass too, so stop playing.
Yeah, you want to see? Dirty.
Tampering with someone's property is just downright creepy, don't you think? These 2 individuals arrive at someone's porch, spotting 2 sizable packages. Without hesitation, they decide to steal them. However, as they attempt to make their escape, the owner emerges and catches them red-handed.
She confronts them.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Bring it back. Now. Now. All the way up on my porch. Excuse me. On my porch. Now. Don't you dare ever steal stuff from anybody's porch again.
It's as if she was scolding them to behave like her own kids. A man appeared at Anina's house and discovered the car keys inside the vehicle. Anina mentioned that she had unintentionally left the keys in the car that night. Seizing the opportunity, the guy drove away with her car.
Am I
It's unfortunate that a small mistake led to the loss of her vehicle. This man approached a woman's house, and in her own words, she describes, "So, I met this crazy guy in San Antonio from Laredo, Texas. Found out he is a psychopath and has split personality. I have found a whole gallery of women and photos on his iPad and some creepy photos of how to cut humans of their body parts. This is him attempting to break into my apartment and harm me and my child." He tries his best to open the door, but fails.
I'm gonna press the handle so you won't be able to get out. If you will let me. Then I'm gonna break the handle if you will let me. And you won't be able to get out. So open the door. If it's not broken already. You could have let this go along. It's fine. When you said you wanted to do it. Okay.
Eventually, the woman calls the police and he is arrested. In Stamford, Connecticut, this guy arrives at someone's house, checks their doorknob, and peeks through their windows, clearly with the intent to break in. However, the homeowner receives a notification on the app and scares him off just in the nick of time.
You get in here, you. Who the are you, you little? How'd you climb my gate? I'll see you, little. Get the get it. Get the get up, and then you come.
The once tough guy takes off running, suddenly not feeling so tough anymore. In broad daylight, a man appeared at someone's house, inspecting the mailbox and attempting to open the front door. However, his actions took a concerning turn when he found something crucial: the house keys.
Yes. This guy had left my keys in the right here, and I think he got them. Your keys? Yeah, my house keys. But I don't know got in them. Why'd you leave your keys in? I left them in the trunk so my mom could use it to get in the house. I wonder if the keys, bro. You want to go back? Yeah. Yeah.
The owner now faces a troubling situation, as this man potentially has access to their home. Two guys were enjoying the night when they suddenly heard the terrifying screams of a woman pleading for help.
Genuinely scary.
The nature of the screams raised concerns about whether she had become a victim of a burglary or some other distressing situation. This guy shows up at someone's house and knocks on the door, probably seeking help because it's freezing cold outside. When he gets no response, he grabs a small blanket from the driveway.
Get over more with me, huh? Do you? Come on. Yeah, come on. Shut your mouth, lady.
It's hard to tell if he's genuinely in need or if it's a ploy to get the owner to open the door. This guy approaches someone's house with questionable intentions. He tries the doorknob, but the door's locked. Then he texts someone periodically looking behind him while capturing snapshots of the residence from different angles. After photographing the front, he proceeded to the backyard, continuing to take snapshots from that place. Probably he's plotting a break-in, taking these photos for his future shenanigans. These two crooks decide to break into someone's place and snatch things up. One of them spots the Ring camera and quickly changes direction, making sure his face stays incognito. Meanwhile, his partner grabs a bag and covers the camera, blocking the view. Thankfully, the homeowner wasn't home that night. It's worth noting that about 2.5 million burglaries happen every year, meaning a break-in occurs about every 26 seconds. This dude rolls up to a house armed with a brick. He goes straight for the Ring camera and starts smashing it. Little does he know, his face is getting captured crystal clear on camera. The homeowner, not taking any chances, promptly calls the police. Within a mere 2 days, law enforcement managed to nab the suspect. It's a real sigh of relief to see these types of creeps get what they deserve. 3 troublemakers targeted someone's house, engaging in vandalism and property damage. This disturbing pattern has repeated 3 times within a span of 2 weeks, reaching the level of felony vandalism. The cost of stolen and damaged items is escalating, making this a concerning and unsettling situation for the homeowner. The police are on the hunt for these guys, but they are on the run. A masked individual showed up at Greg's place while he was asleep. Fortunately, nothing untoward happened that day. However, the following day, the same person returned, this time without a mask. Greg was alerted by notifications and decided to confront him. Greg came out while on the phone with the police.
What are you guys doing here? Eve, come here. You're gonna meet who? I needed you to leave. The police officer is coming right now.
I was just trying to meet a friend.
What are you meeting meet a friend? It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
I have a friend on the phone. They give me your address.
Sir, please send someone right now. You need to wait right here. This cop's gonna be dispatched.
I didn't do anything.
You're standing in front of my property.
I was told.
Officer, please send someone right now.
I got a text. Can I show you?
No, you just said right there. Don't come any closer. Right now. Stay right there. Don't come any closer. Stay right there.
No, please.
I'm not telling you to please stay right there. There's police being dispatched. You can either go on foot and they're going to capture you on site, or I can help you clear your name. Stay right there.
I didn't do anything.
It doesn't matter. Stay right there.
Please.
I'm telling you, stay right there. There's cops coming right now. They're going to catch you right now. He's running away right now. A gray Honda Accord. He's just driving away right now.
The individual attempted to flee, but the police arrived just in time and apprehended him. Late at night, an unknown individual arrives at someone's residence, knocking on the door persistently. Despite his attempts, there is no response from the owner. Resorting to banging on the windows, the stranger continues his efforts, prompting the homeowner to contact the police. Upon the officer's arrival, they instructed the individual to leave, and he complied.
How's it going? Solid. Alright. Do you live here? Yeah? Where do you live? Not here. Not here? Is there a reason why you're banging on the door trying to get in? No. No? Okay, where do you stay at? Down here. What's down here mean? I'm about to leave. Down here.
Not this house, right?
No.
What's your address? You get right there, call Uber.
No. Alright, can we start moving? Come again? What's that? Come again? I said you need to start moving. Find somewhere else to hang out. Stop banging on people's doors. Alright, let's get moving. What's up? Police department.
Hi.
We're here for that guy that was sitting in front of your door.
Oh, he's
just a junkie. He doesn't have his hat.
I figured as much. I was just worried that he was gonna like break the window or something because he was banging on the doors.
It really makes you wonder about the man's true intentions. Levi was woken up by knocking on his front door and an alert from his security camera indicating a person had been detected. Confused and still half asleep, it took Levi a while to reach the door. By the time he got there, the police had already left. Levi caught up with them to inquire about their visit. It turned out they had been knocking to see if he had captured a specific incident on his security camera. Willing to assist, Levi checked his footage and discovered this. Levi is uncertain about what led the pickup driver to collide with his neighbor's parked Honda, but his camera had indeed recorded the incident, just as the police had hoped. In addition to hitting the parked car, the pickup driver had also collided with Levi's mailbox, although this was not captured on camera. A photo shows the aftermath of the mailbox. Fortunately, the driver managed to avoid hitting the tree right next to it. The following day, Levi observed a very similar pickup parked in another neighbor's driveway, displaying a damaged front end. One might wonder if there's a connection between the two pickups. Levi isn't aware of the events that unfolded afterward, but he's probably relieved that his Tesla was parked in the driveway that night. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, this guy shows up at an apartment and tries to get in, even though it doesn't belong to him. Perhaps he found some keys and thinks they belong to this apartment. Fortunately, the owner is home and asks him to leave, but he persists. Even when she threatens to call the police, he doesn't stop.
Excuse me, can I help you? What are you doing? Excuse me, why are you at my door? What are you doing?
I'm not at your door.
You are. Why are you trying to go into my apartment? I'm gonna call the police. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. Get away from my door. Get away from my door. I'm calling the police.
Eventually, the police arrive and catch this guy red-handed. In broad daylight, a shirtless intruder decided to break into his neighbor's apartment, taking advantage of the absence of anyone at home. Once inside, he began grabbing electronics and valuables. The unsuspecting owner received a notification on the app and was surprised to see her own neighbor doing so. In response, she promptly dialed the police, leading to the arrest of the intruder, who now faces charges for theft and burglary. At 6:30 in the morning, this guy tried to break into a couple's home. First, he messed with the front door, but that didn't work, so he gave the back door a shot. Luckily, the homeowner got a notification and saw the guy on his phone. The homeowner shouted at him, scaring him off, and he quickly took off. However, he hadn't gone far, and the police were able to arrest him. It's kind of satisfying to see these creeps getting caught. 3 masked individuals show up at someone's house and casually enter because the owner forgot to lock the door. The owner receives a notification and confronts them, and their excuse is that they are looking for a stray dog. However, on their way out, they attempt to cover their faces, raising suspicion that their real intent might not have been searching for a lost pet, but possibly attempting a burglary. Late at night, a stranger appeared at a granny's house around 1:30 a.m. He approached the door, attempting to break in by using a switchblade comb to manipulate the lock. Fortunately, his attempts were unsuccessful, and the granny remained safe. A approached an apartment complex and seized the opportunity to make off with a sizable package. He loaded it into his car and quickly fled the scene. Unfortunately, this incident is not uncommon, as a survey indicates that 79% of Americans have experienced package theft at least once. This person in a red car pulls up to someone's house where a package was just delivered. Without hesitation, he walks up to the door, snatches the package, and quickly drives away. Although the camera didn't capture his face or license plate, one can only hope that he will be apprehended. At night, a stranger showed up at someone's house, and since the owner didn't recognize him, it was clear he had questionable intentions. While waiting for someone to answer, the owner's dog came out, causing the intruder to bolt. Having a dog really pays off, doesn't it? While the offices were closed for Christmas, a delivery driver left a shipment of brand new iPads outside this office. Shortly after, a man with a recycling bin walked up and seized the opportunity. He forcefully punched and stomped open the box to reveal its contents. Unfortunately, it wasn't just 2 iPads. The larger box was filled with them. The total loss for the shipment of iPads amounted to $50,000, as shared by the OP. Fortunately, the delivery company covered the cost of a new iPad shipment, and this time, they were successfully received. The OP mentioned they never discovered the fate of the stolen iPads, but assumed they brought joy to someone. In Atlanta, Georgia, a guy approached someone's property, attempting to locate the keys. Fortunately, he was unsuccessful in finding them.
Oh, I was trying to get a dollar. $1, but it's cheap. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Never leave your keys in an easily accessible or obvious location. While performing his food delivery duties, a delivery person faced a threatening encounter with two individuals brandishing a weapon. The perpetrators robbed the delivery person of his belongings before making a quick escape. Food delivery indeed poses challenges and risks. In Sacramento, California, there's this woman who walks up to someone's front door, and oddly, she stands there for about a minute before leaving, but not empty-handed. On her way out, she grabs a piece of mail from the mailbox. Fortunately, the owner noticed and asked her to leave the mail, but she still walked away with it.
Hey! Give that back! That is my mail! Put it back right now! I don't give a... Put it back! I have you on tape! Get away from my house! I saw you come to my doorstep! Get away, please!
What could have been so important in that mail to prompt such a bizarre act of stealing? An unidentified vehicle pulled up next to James's car, and although the footage isn't crystal clear, you can hear the unmistakable sound of something hitting the car and glass shattering. While the initial thought might be a break-in, the use of an axe to smash the windows seems excessively aggressive. According to James, the same individual went on to attack several more vehicles parked on the same street, with additional instances of glass breaking captured off camera. Unfortunately, the police informed him that without a license plate number, there wasn't much they could do about the vandalism. A guy is busy working on his car, completely unaware that a moose is walking around him. Despite the moose's presence, he remains focused on his work. Eventually, the moose takes a stroll and walks away. This individual attempted to break into a car, but his plans were foiled when the car alarm blared, prompting him to flee. Fortunately for the owner, the attempted break-in was unsuccessful, and no damage was done to the property. There's a van approaching, and then it backs up. According to the OP, there's a duo that operates with one person driving the van while the other swiftly runs off, grabbing numerous packages and successfully making a getaway. This incident took place around Christmas, a time when people tend to send a lot of packages. In Bellevue, Washington, two masked individuals showed up at a residence with the intent to steal the catalytic converter from a car. One of them brandished a weapon, while the other proceeded to remove the catalytic converter. In just a few minutes, they successfully took the converter and fled the scene. In Portland, Orlando, a man and a woman arrived on bikes at 1:40 a.m. They used a credit card-sized item to break into a locked gate, proceeding to rummage through trash and other items for approximately 20 minutes. They focused on taking items from the trash and took off. A guy came up to this house, stole a package from this residence and a neighboring one, then made a quick getaway. Hopefully, the police will catch up with him soon. On a Friday afternoon, a man entered a gated community and seized the opportunity to snatch a package. When confronted by another individual, he hastily made his escape, nearly colliding with a Lexus in the process. The footage was captured by the doorbell camera of a young woman who had just returned home in a bit of a rush after her training. Two unfamiliar men had trailed her from the bus stop, and their intentions were unclear. It's likely they weren't up to anything good. When the woman warned them that she'd call the police, they promptly disappeared. It's uncertain whether these two simply got the wrong house or if there was something more sinister at play. This video was shared by an internet user, FlickScreen, who captured the footage late one night at his security camera monitoring his vehicles. According to him, there have been peculiar incidents involving this truck in the past, such as the tailgate mysteriously opening on its own. He humorously suggests that the truck might be haunted or cursed, although he's starting to wonder if it's all just a joke. The video reveals the driver's side door of Flick's truck spontaneously opening, adding a strange dimension to the scene. What caught the attention of viewers was the apparent presence of some kind of apparition right next to the door. The uploader emphasized that such an incident had never occurred with this particular door before, and mechanically, there's no plausible explanation for it. The question arises, is this a spirit captured on camera, or could there be a more rational explanation for this mysterious occurrence? In 2019, Norma Villa faced a challenging situation as her mother, Teresa, battled terminal cancer while residing with her. After several months together, they were reaching a point when it was possible Teresa would have to go to a hospice since her care was becoming too complicated for her daughter to complete at home. These discussions are never easy for anyone, and in one moment of reflection, Norma chose to spend some time alone, reaching out to her late father, Leandro, who had passed away a decade earlier. Seeking wisdom and comfort about her mother's future, Norma engaged in a heartfelt conversation with her father. During this emotional exchange, she received an unexpected alert on her phone, indicating movement on the front porch, and she could anticipate what she saw next. Norma noticed her father's old porch swing, the very spot he used to sit while smoking his cigarettes, swaying on its own. To their astonishment, a spectral white figure materialized, taking the form of a man sitting on the swing before vanishing abruptly. Norma shared this strange encounter with her mother, and both agreed that it could indeed be the spirit of Norma's father and Teresa's husband, Leandro. In the midst of a dark period, Norma found comfort in this paranormal sighting. Unfortunately, Teresa passed away in early 2020. However, Norma firmly believes that her parents are forever watching over her. This video was captured by the security cameras of a property owner who, over the weekend, discovered that the gate to his property had been left open. Concerned, he reviewed the security footage, and what he found left him deeply unsettled. A person dressed in a clown costume appeared to have attempted to gain access to his house. This clown tries every door of the extensive property, leading people to suspect that his intentions were likely sinister. After all his efforts prove unsuccessful, the clown ultimately decides to leave the property, departing alone. A car pulls up to the front of a house, and a man exits the vehicle. He heads towards a parked car and begins attempting to break into it. Fortunately, the owner had properly secured the vehicle, thwarting the man's efforts. Despite multiple tries, he acknowledges his failure and quickly makes a run for escape. Engaging in such activities is just downright creepy. A man noticed a parked car in front of someone's house and, thinking it was an opportunity to steal, decided to check it. Fortunately for him, the car door was open, and he leaned inside to rummage through it. Unbeknownst to him, the owner was home and caught him in the act. She threatened to call the police, causing the would-be thief to make a hasty escape. Faced with the reality of being caught, he quickly made a getaway. Attempting theft in broad daylight right in front of someone's house certainly requires a nerve-wracking approach. In Nottinghamshire, a group of 3 broke into a house when the owner was out. Handling the situation with such ease, it appeared they were well acquainted with the layout. They casually decided on items to steal, and after gathering what they wanted, they quickly left.
Alexa. Boy, that big speaker is hefty. Wait, I need that thing still. Right, go. God, I've got a big ass speaker, fam. Can you get out some? No. Are we going to Bluetooth? Yes. We can go rapid. I've got hellish. Wait, remember to avoid that door. Give me that. Hey. Avoid that door. Come on.
Let's go on the back. Get the cables out.
What?
Get the cables out the back. No, don't get the PS3, bro.
Unbeknownst to them, a security camera was recording the whole time, capturing their faces clearly. It's hoped that with this evidence, the police will be able to apprehend these criminals soon. 3 masked individuals targeted a residence late in the evening in the Blackley region of Greater Manchester. They employed a battering ram to forcefully enter through the front door, which was locked. Once inside, they intimidated the occupants with knives and proceeded to steal an Audi and a BMW motorcycle. The Greater Manchester Police have made the video of this incident public, aiming to gather any information that could lead to the arrest of these criminals. Despite their efforts, these perpetrators are still at large, with the police actively looking for them. On October 8, 2020, during the daytime at 18:10 p.m., a burglary attempt unfolded in East London. The burglars, having watched the homeowner leave, wrongly assumed the house was unoccupied. Luckily, the homeowner had equipped the property with surveillance technology, capturing the event on both dashcam and CCTV. The dashcam footage was especially valuable, revealing the fake license plates on the burglar's vehicle and providing critical evidence for the police. Neighbors played a key role in stopping the burglary by noticing the suspicious activity and causing the intruders to abort their mission.
There's someone next door. Look. Next door. Left. Yeah.
The police investigation verified the license plates were fake, and further checks online showed the car linked to those plates was actually a different model than the burglar's GTI. In London, UK, a family experienced a terrifying home invasion while they were present. A group of 5 men forcefully entered their residence, stealing £800 in cash, gold, all the phones, iPads, and computers. The intruders made the family unlock the devices to prevent tracking. Additionally, they took the keys to the family's 17-plate Range Rover. The situation escalated when one of the robbers threatened the mother with a knife at her throat. They also subjected their 17-year-old son to a brutal assault, dragging him around the house at knife point, then striking him in the face with the back of the blade, causing a laceration. The police are actively searching for these individuals to hold them accountable for their actions. In East London, 2 individuals tried to burglarize a home. They succeeded in unlocking the front door, but their efforts were foiled upon encountering a second door inside. Whether they decided to abandon their plan or were startled and chose to flee, the outcome was fortunate for the occupants of the house, who remained unharmed. In Doncaster, a serious home invasion in July led to an ongoing police inquiry, with officials now sharing CCTV footage to help identify those involved. Late at night on July 2nd, around 12:15 a.m., a group of men broke into a home on Doncaster Road while the residents were sleeping upstairs. Using a machete to intimidate, they awakened and assaulted the occupants, causing a 62-year-old man to sustain a leg injury. The intruders made off with a substantial sum of money and valuable items, including a Patek Philippe watch. Police have made some progress in the case, arresting 2 men, ages 38 and 34, along with a 17-year-old boy on suspicion of robbery. These individuals have been released but remain under investigation. Furthermore, 2 additional suspects, ages 40 and 29, have also been apprehended and released as the probe into the burglary continues. In Pickering, Ontario, 2 individuals attempted a high-tech heist on a Lexus RX 450 parked in a driveway, using a method known as can injection to steal the vehicle. This technique involves tampering with the car's headlights to access its internal network, allowing them to override the central system and start the car. This advanced form of theft, treating vehicles as if they were computers, circumvents the immobilizers that have been protecting cars from theft for the last 20 years. However, their plan was foiled when homeowner Mariam Ali noticed the headlights of her car flickering on in the night. She bravely confronted the would-be thieves, yelling at them, which caused them to abandon their attempt and hastily retreat from the property. In Crispano, a crew of thieves took a fast and inventive approach to swipe a parked Fiat 500. In under 30 seconds, they managed to pry open the car door and dive in. But that's not all. They had a buddy in another car ready to nudge the Fiat onto the street, setting them up for a quick escape. This is some high-level coordination we're talking about. It's astonishing how swiftly and smoothly they executed the theft, making it seem almost too easy. This kind of precision hints that they're not new to this game. Back in 2016, 3 individuals were busted for nicking over 100 cars from a car-sharing service in Rome, and it wouldn't be surprising if these guys were connected to that ring. In northwest London, a house was targeted by a group of thieves. Luckily, the property's Ring camera system activated its motion detection feature, alerting the occupants. They promptly called the police and made it clear to the would-be burglars that they were being watched.
someone to open the front door.
Spooked by the possibility of being apprehended, the thieves quickly abandoned their plans and fled the scene. A man walked up to a house, grabbed a package, and was about to leave when the homeowner, watching through a camera, intervened. Caught in the act, the thief quickly concocted a cover story.
For any type of yard work, I see you guys got these guys coming around, but you guys
I thought you were here.
He displayed quite the audacity to lie on the spot, didn't he? In Romford, Essex, a burglar broke into a house, intent on finding the keys to an Audi Q5 parked on the driveway. Despite several attempts to find the keys, he failed, but managed to flee with other valuables from the home. The homeowner, cooperating with the authorities, handed over the security footage, leading to the identification and arrest of the suspect. The burglar, upon pleading guilty to the charge of burglary, was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. In a surprising event captured by a CCTV camera in a tranquil neighborhood during the early morning hours, a man approached a residence and began detaching the gate from its hinges. It seems he overlooked the advice against taking items larger than oneself. He carefully maneuvered the gate until he disappeared from the camera's view. If you look closely, you'll see dogs and someone in the house whose gate has been removed. The dogs were probably barking, and that's what alerted the house owners to wake up. Waking up to find the gate missing must have been bewildering, especially considering gates are meant to enhance security, not to be easily lifted. Online, people speculated about the thief's motive, with the prevailing theory being the gate's value as scrap metal. The theft, though seemingly odd, suggests a certain boldness to steal something as conspicuous as a gate. A group of 3 individuals targeted a house specifically for the Range Rover parked outside. They executed a theft without needing the physical keys, known as a keyless car theft. This technique involves one of the thieves holding a relay device near the vehicle, capturing and boosting the signal from the key fob, which is typically inside the owner's house or on them. This signal is then transmitted to another thief standing close to the car, allowing them to unlock and start it. Employing this method, they were able to swiftly steal the expensive vehicle in just a few seconds. In another case of keyless car theft, 2 individuals targeted a car under the cover of night. Employing a signal boosting technique, they amplified the signal from the key fob located within the house, enabling them to unlock and drive away with the vehicle seamlessly. Brian Mosley, a watchful resident, has raised the alarm, advising his community to be extra vigilant. Mosley's doorbell camera recorded an audacious attempt by a thief to swipe an Amazon package from his doorstep on Father's Day. Luckily, the thief was deterred by a neighbor, Jack Kennedy, who saw what was happening and yelled at him. Kennedy described seeing the thief going through the bags and items, prompting him to confront the thief, who then brazenly dared Kennedy to stop him. A brief chase followed, but the thief managed to escape.
He's got 9 or 10 different bags all over his shoulder. He has a huge backpack, and it's all full of packages.
This is the second time we've seen him on this street. Took a little bit after him, and he picked up his pace and went, and I kind of chased him.
Surprisingly, the thief didn't bother to hide his face, moving from house to house with shopping bags, openly stealing. Kennedy noted this was the second such incident he had seen in just 10 days, highlighting the thieves' blatant disregard for secrecy. The community is understandably upset, especially after another incident where the thief was caught on camera opening a meal delivery package on Mosley's porch, only to find nothing of value. Mosley has since shared the video on Facebook to alert his neighbors, emphasizing the importance of community vigilance over relying solely on police intervention. In Maryland, a botched attempt to steal a large TV from a porch was hilariously captured on camera. The would-be thief is seen awkwardly hauling the TV box across the yard, only to trip and fall right onto it. After struggling to his feet, he attempts to shove the oversized box into the back of his car, with the TV sticking out both ends. In a comical turn, his accomplice then speeds off, navigating in reverse down the wrong way. The homeowner, who had been eagerly awaiting her 65-inch 4K TV from Walmart, was far from entertained by the thief's blunder. Upon realizing her delivery had been swiped, she contacted Walmart. Fortunately, she was provided with a replacement TV. Meanwhile, she had some harsh words for the clumsy thief, labeling him an idiot and expressing hope that the TV was destroyed in their hasty retreat. On Monday, February 12, 2024, a severe burglary took place at a home in Vincent Gardens. A 76-year-old man became a victim when, upon answering his door, he was confronted by a suspect with their face concealed. The intruder pushed the elderly man into his living room, causing him to fall. The assault continued, resulting in head injuries for the victim, before the assailant escaped with the victim's wallet, which held cash and bank cards. Currently, the victim is receiving both support and protective measures, while efforts are underway to apprehend the criminal responsible for this act. A group of robbers struck a home in the affluent area of Four Oaks, Sutton Coldfield, West Midlands, at 4:30 p.m. They drove their BMW 3 Series backward up to the driveway, then smashed their way into the house while teenagers were inside and began their theft. The gang managed to steal a safe, along with jewelry and electronic devices from the property. Fortunately, the teenagers present in the house during the incident were unharmed. Late at night, an individual arrives at someone's property displaying erratic behavior. He moves from one location to another, attempting to find a way into the house. He eventually breaks into a car, but the alarm goes off and quickly makes his escape. Fortunately, nothing was stolen, and the security camera captured his face, increasing the likelihood of his apprehension in the near future. A resident from Fresno shared this footage, explaining that his wife's camera triggered a motion alert on his phone, indicating movement in the backyard. Upon reviewing the footage, they discovered this mysterious figure captured on camera. He speculates that it could potentially be the Fresno Nightcrawler, a mysterious entity rumored to roam this specific area. Or could it be something else entirely? The person who uploaded this video mentioned receiving a notification on his phone indicating that his doorbell camera had detected an individual standing in front of his store, well past midnight. Intrigued, he proceeded to check the footage on his camera. The OP dismissed the possibility of it being a trick of light or a bug, as he had never witnessed anything similar before. He entertained the thought that perhaps a ghost was visiting him that night. This guy goes up to someone's place and spots a stroller. He grabs the stroller and takes off with it. Who in the world does that? Maybe he didn't find anything valuable from the neighboring houses, so he decided to make off with it. Unfortunately, he's clearly caught on camera, and let's hope he gets caught so the owner can get her baby's stroller back. Late at night, a young man approaches someone's house, triggering a notification for the homeowner through their app. When confronted, the guy explains that he's lost and requests assistance in calling his dad.
Sir, please, help me.
Who is it? Who is it?
Ma'am, it's me, sir. I ain't nothing but 16 years old. I'm lost out here stranded, sir. I just need
Go.
Sir, could you please call my dad, sir, let him know where I'm at so I can get home safe, sir, please?
All right, go on.
Sir, I'm sorry I'm bugging you late at night, but I'm nothing but a kid, laid out here stranded, sir.
Yeah, all right, go on somewhere. We can't help you.
Sir?
Hey, keep on now. We finna call police.
Sir, you want me to leave?
Yes.
Alright, sir.
Faced with this situation, the homeowner decides to refuse help. If you were in their place, what would you do? Would you extend assistance or opt to refuse to avoid potential trouble? A family shared that they saw a frightening figure moving through their driveway. When they went to check, they found no one there.
You see his face clearly. Right there.
This raises the question, was it just a disoriented individual, possibly someone without a home, or was it something more mysterious and unexplainable? In Austin, Texas, a lady shows up at someone's house late at night. She snoops around with a flashlight, looking for a way in. She attempts the doorknob and even tries to punch in the entry code, but every attempt ends in failure. This woman seriously needs to find more meaningful things to do with her life instead of engaging in such creepy behavior. A man comes up to a house, shining his flashlight around, which doesn't seem like he's up to anything good. The homeowner gets a notification and talks to him. The man claims he's just looking for water to cover his true intentions.
Yeah. Water, wait.
I'll give you water. Just water?
Oh, you got soda or something?
What's in there?
It would be better if he focused on finding a job instead of engaging in such activities. This guy goes up to a house, acts like a delivery person, and starts checking packages, probably looking for something to snatch. Fortunately, the homeowner receives a notification and intervenes. When he realizes he's being observed, he takes off. But he doesn't stop there. He moves on to other porches, snooping around packages.
Hey, you dropping off food?
Yes.
Your phone?
Hey, Barry. Excuse me.
Yo.
Where are you? Where are you?
Multiple residents called the police that day, leading to the apprehension of this suspect. This guy emerges from a house with his face concealed, giving off major shady vibes. The vigilant neighbor, trusting her instincts, decides to investigate. She checks if the homeowners are around, but finds the house empty. Not wasting any time, she dials the police, providing them with details.
Alright, I got a trick for your car. I'm putting the cops right on your ass. Right now. Can I get the police? This young man that I was dealing with took my keys to my car. And just so happened I located him and put my car back to me. Just so happened I located him at this address.
The officers quickly arrive, collect footage from a nearby Ring camera, and identify the culprit's car license plate. In just a week, law enforcement successfully apprehended the suspect, who not only broke into the house and stole items, but was also driving a stolen car. This guy just rolls up to someone's house and acts like he owns the place, claiming he's installing the Ring app. Little does he know the homeowner herself has access to the app.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Why are you in front of my house?
I'm in front of my own house. I'm installing a door. What the hell's going on? I'm installing my door. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm in front of my own house installing this. I don't know how.
James, there's somebody in our house.
No, it's not.
Hello?
Yes, I'm not at your house. I'm at my house. I don't know how your camera is connected to my doorbell. I was just trying to set it up.
I'm gonna need you to get off my property now.
I'm not on your property, ma'am.
Why are you in front of my house?
I'm not in front of your house. Can you see what I'm pointing at?
James! There's a black man in our door! Sir? Sir!
Yes.
I'm gonna need you to get off my property!
I'm not on your property.
What's your name? What is your name? What is your name?
Can you see what I'm doing? Do you see this?
No.
This is what I'm doing. This is me standing here. This is not your property, ma'am. I don't know how your Ring doorbell is connected to mine. I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm not at your house. I'm at my own property. See? Can you see?
Royal, you are... Royal!
How you connected to this? No, that's a black man in my door. How you can... This ain't one back up.
Royal!
Yeah.
It's me!
How the on
Bye! Bye!
No, like, what the... Why would you play with me like that? Crazy talking about this guy at my door.
What appeared to be an unsettling interaction at first ended up being amusingly unexpected. In Portland, a man and his family were getting ready for a vacation one morning when they received an alert from their doorbell camera. Initially thinking it was his wife loading luggage into the car, the man was surprised to see a backpack-wearing man attempting to steal one of the suitcases. Taking matters into his own hands, the man confronted the thief, who quickly dropped the suitcase and fled. While it might not have been the safest move, considering the thief could have been armed and dangerous, at least their luggage remained secure. In Florida, a bunch of guys thought it was a good idea to try car doors late at night, attempting to break in. Fortunately, all the cars were securely locked, and they left empty-handed. It's a relief to see their attempts at mischief thwarted. In Portland, Orlando, a guy stumbled into someone's driveway and ended up hitting the cars parked there. Could he be under the influence? When the owner came out to see what was going on, he didn't confront the situation and went back into the house. Perhaps he was scared or unsure how to handle the situation. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.